Wow, I cannot believe we're already at the final round of the 2025 Supercross season, and we still got a lot of storylines. I know the West Coast is wrapped up and the 450 is almost wrapped up, but there is still a lot to race for in Salt Lake City. That East Coast Championship, any one of the three guys that's up front there, RJ Hampshire, Hammaker, or Tom Vial, if they win the race, they are the champion. Nano-Xtreme is the best pain solution that I've ever used. In fact, I got reports that Dr. Navarro has been treating riders with it, Hayden Deegan as one. This stuff works so good. And Hayden Deegan is not a sponsored Nano rider. And I probably wasn't even supposed to know that he's using it, but I found out he's using it. That's how good this pain cream works. So if you haven't tried it, you're missing out. Head over to Nano-Xtreme, use code COOKSY for free shipping. If you have a big event planned this summer, Mammoth, Loretta's, and you're dialing in your training program, but it's hard because you work, you just need a consult from Coach Rob Beams, the man himself. Click the link below and get a 30-minute consult with the smartest guy when it comes to physiology and training that I've ever met, Coach Rob Beams. And Cooksey member Drew Osterkamp, you won the free membership for the year, but I haven't heard from you. You got to email me, chriscookseymedia@gmail.com. I will set you up with Coach Rob, and if I don't hear from you by the end of this weekend, we're going to pass it on to a different member. Ride strapped, goggles, glasses, shirts. Get your red pill shirt, get your really cool goggles, glasses. Just a cool company that I'm happy to be associated with. Hit up Ride Strapped and just show them some love.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So Chase Sexton is 9 points down to Cooper Webb in this depleted 450 field. They're missing so many guys. And at this point, Cooper Webb, all he has to get is 5th or better in Salt Lake, and he wins the championship. And while I don't think Cooper Webb's going to have any problems doing this, there is a bit of drama. I don't know if you guys saw him in that post-race press conference in Denver. He was sick. He's very ill. How did he recover? Did he recover in 6 days? I mean, these guys are world-class athletes, so he might show up in Salt Lake and be fine. But with the championship stress and illness, it's going to be a rough weekend. I'm sure Cooper Webb really just wants to win this thing and hold that plate and then go rest. And with Webb looking sick, don't forget, they're at altitude again this weekend. That is not ideal for somebody dealing with something. It sounded like a respiratory infection. And these things are no joke. I swear they've been getting worse ever since all this gain of function research and, the pandemic we had. Whenever you get like a cold, sometimes these things are nasty. Sometimes they're nothing, but sometimes they're really hard to recover from. And with all the stress, the championship stress and everything that's going on, and the fact that Cooper Webb did push his body to the limit in Denver, I don't know. It is definitely not a gimme that he's going to go ahead and finish out this round, but we know Cooper Webb, man, he's about as tough as a $2 steak, and he could he could ride through damn near anything, and I'm sure he will. It does add an extra element to this weekend, so just watch for Cooper Webb and see how he holds up. He's only been off the podium 3 times this season. His worst finish was an 8th in Anaheim 2, but that was in a full field. We had Jet, we had Jet's brother, we had Roxon, Tomac, Anderson, Barsha. There's so many contenders that could get in there and take points that aren't going to be in Salt Lake City. I mean, even Jorge Prado, Kawasaki doesn't even have a guy out there. For him to get 6th place, it seems pretty easy. And then if you take a look at the field and who's out there, you got Justin Cooper, who is clearly playing bodyguard for Cooper Webb. He looks like, if you guys ever see Supercross, the movie, Team Nami, shout out to the gentleman who mentioned this in the comments. That's what made me think of this.
What we do need you to do is help Rowdy. Help? Yeah. Don't let anybody get too close.
Justin Cooper is living the life of the Carlisle brother, the one that had to protect Rowdy in that Supercross race. So you can bet your ass that if they're riding around and Cooper Webb's in 6th place and Justin Cooper's anywhere inside the top 5, he is going to tuck the front end or slow down. I hope he doesn't just slow down, because that could really add a ton of controversy. What he'll need to do is either fake a mechanical or tuck the front end. Either one of those things, and you can't prove it. That's just part of racing. That's why you have a strong team out there and good teammates. It's part of the sport. You can say it sucks, you can say it's fixing races, but it's part of what they do out there. And Justin Cooper completely gets the Teammate of the Year award. I mean, he ran defense for Cooper Webb in Denver like nobody's business. I truly think that if it was a normal race and it wasn't Justin Cooper out there running defense, I think Malcolm probably would have got past Webb. And I know Justin Cooper would have. He was riding so good in Denver. And I'm telling you, I think later on in his career, towards the end, he's going to look at a season like this where it's a depleted field and he's one of the best guys and he's got an opportunity to battle for wins and podiums. And instead, he's playing defense for his teammate. I think he's going to regret this when he's retired. But think about some of the guys. So you take Justin Cooper out of the mix. Now you've got Malcolm Stewart, Aaron Plessinger, Shane McElrath, Dylan Ferrandis, and Joey Savacci. Not a lot of guys you could count on getting in front of Cooper Webb, but that's what has to happen for him to get this, for Sexton to be the champion. So it is unlikely, but there still is a storyline. Most likely, Sexton's going to get out front, probably win by a mile. Cooper Webb's going to ride at home in 3rd or 4th place, just being smart and safe and winning his 3rd championship. What's kind of cool about Cooper Webb is this is his 3rd championship, but he will be the oldest person to win a Supercross championship. Eli Tomac did it in 2022. He was 29 years old. Cooper Webb is also 29 years old, so he'll have this record by I think 4 or 5 days. This is the difference in their birth dates. So he will be your oldest Supercross champion. That's kind of cool. I like seeing these guys race into their older age. I truly believe the athletic peak for these top riders is between 25 and 35. And I'm glad to see guys sticking around and taking full advantage of their entire careers. Unless you have major injuries, you are 100% competitive up until you're 35 or even older than that, depending on how your career goes. Most likely, the 450 main event at Salt Lake City will be without fireworks and it'll get kind of boring, but you never know. Will Sexton, I don't think he's going to take another shot at Webb. I think, he took his shot. He didn't put him on the ground. And right now, with this field, I don't see, even if he does put Webb down, Cooper Webb could get 5th in his sleep. But then again, with him being sick, it does add a different element to watch for. Anyway, the 450 guys, this is their last round of Supercross. They get 1 week off. And then we get all the contenders back for outdoors. Prado, Tomac, the Lawrence brothers, and El Hombre, who's out there at Paula doing some testing. So it looks like he is going to show up on that Kawasaki, even though he's a lame duck on that team, and they are moving on without him next year. If you're shipping anything and you've dealt with these shipping companies, you understand what a pain in the ass they can be. Call Precision Transport. That's pretransport.com. This is the Madden family. They believe in customer service, reasonable pricing. So stop dealing with these janky shipping companies and deal with one that supports motocross, supercross, and they're just good people. Pretransport.com. Alias MX gear. You kind of bought them out of all their gear, but their 2026 will be dropping soon. And if you train on a bicycle, get your bicycling gear from there. They still have a lot of this stuff. If you do like that Lance Armstrong look, that tights and getting out there and grinding on the bicycle, hit up aliasmx.com. The final round of the 250 series, I absolutely love that as a showdown. They bring in all the guys, which I've said it ad nauseum. They need to make this just one series and stop splitting this up into 2 regions. These championships mean as much as almost any championship out there. I would argue that a regional championship actually has more prestige than the outdoor championship. But I know a lot of you guys are going to freak out when I say that, but I truly believe Supercross is the thing that these guys wake up in the morning. That's what they want to be good at. That is the glory. That is under the lights, in front of the crowd. Even though these championships are only regional, the factories put so much emphasis on them. And with this showdown, you got the East guys coming in with everything on the line. You got RJ Hampshire, Seth Hammaker, and Tom Vial coming in, separated by only 3 points. And that's RJ's 3 points down. The other 2 guys are separated by 1 point. Tom Vial, Seth Hammaker, whoever finishes in front of the other one would win the title if RJ's behind them. But all 3 guys control their own destiny. If any one of these 3 guys can win this race, they win the championship. But now you add into the mix Hayden Deegan coming off this incredible performance in Denver, followed by all the controversy, which it shouldn't even be controversy. He told people to suck it. Come on. He didn't tell them to F off. He didn't tell them anything else. I've talked about that earlier in the week. He has been relaxed this week. He has already moved on to his outdoor testing. He gets to go ride this race for fun. And I think he'll do really good. He'll probably go out there and The thing about Hayden Deegan is he does have an ego. He wants to go out there and really stick it to everybody and say, you know what? I'm the champion. This is it. He would love nothing more than to finish this final round with a win. And how will Cole Davies bounce back? That was a crushing defeat. You guys saw the video of him on the side of the track, just head down, crying. That was brutal. This kid is so talented, and I truly believe he is going to be a superstar here pretty soon. But a defeat like that, I'm watching to see how he bounces back. Is he going to come back with fire, or did this break him? I sure think he's going to come back spitting fire, and I don't know what to expect out of him outdoors. You know, even his trainer said, like, listen, we're not sure how he'll do outdoors. He's a supercross specialist. So this might be his real last chance to get a victory in 2025 until they get to SMX. So I want to know how he's recovered. Is he going to put this behind him? Is he going to go out there and try too hard? What's going to happen with the rookie? Then you got guys like Joe Shimoda, who's looking for a ride. Nate Thrasher, who's out to prove he's still got it. Then you got the Club MX sensation and Max Voland out there with a handbrake, looking to repeat his podium performance. This showdown has a deep field, and everybody wants to get results. This will be exciting. That will probably be the peak of the night. It's probably going to go downhill after that 250 main, because I have a feeling the 450 might be a sleeper. And the weather looks good. We're not going to have rain. Rain shouldn't be a factor in Salt Lake. It's going to be dry, hard-packed, and just true supercross racing to finish out these guys' championship. Then they get 1 week off. That's it, 1 week off. And then they all have to reset and do it again, starting in the outdoors. So I'm taking a little vacation this weekend, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a live after the race, but I'm going to try. I'll try and do a live right after the race, but it depends on how the Wi-Fi is in my hotel. I'll be back Sunday with some coverage. I've got an interview with AJ from AJ Writes Crypto that I'll be dropping tomorrow. And then I got a Coach Rob show. Coach Rob, I'm going to record that, and I'll probably post that early next week. Coach is the man. He always is. He's never short on words. Coach Rob is just a good dude, and I haven't had him on in a while. I just like having him on because it's fun to talk to him. So I got that coming up, and then we got our 1 week break, and we're on to Paula. Thank you, members. I appreciate everything. And one of you guys is going to win a 32-ounce bottle of Nano-Xtreme, the best pain solution probably ever. This thing is non-opiate, it's safe, it helps you recover, but one of you guys is gonna get a 32-ouncer, that's a $400 value. All you have to do is, if you're a member, you're entered in the drawing. And I'm finalizing a deal to give away a e-motorcycle, an NIU Power Sports e-motorcycle, similar to like the Surons, but I'm told it's a lot better. They're sending me a bike here pretty soon. I'm gonna test it, I'm gonna review it directly against the Suron and give you a comparison. And then a member will be getting one of these badass bikes.